Sure.
It doesn't matter.
Does it really matter? Or
Can you hurry up, please? There's stuff to do.
What you gotta do?
Homework.
Homework.
Fold globe.
Fold
Rest.
blow.
We gotta come up with like an intro, like, you know how like people say like,
She's hollering in the house and in my ear.
Damn, I don't know what you like. Family.
Can you come on? What is the intro?
I mean, what do you want to say? Like when you like introducing, like,
If you don't come on,
you don't just roll the cameras.
if you don't, I'm about to go upstairs in my loft.
Your law. See, look at you. You got a law. Last time we did videos, we didn't have a law.
I'm gonna go with these questions. God bless you.
Okay.
Hello,
You wanna?
I'm Shantae Surreal.
That's not loud enough.
What? I'm Shantae Surreal. What? How loud am I supposed to be? Can you?
Alright. God bless you guys. I'm Devon Surreal.
And I'm Shantae Surreal.
Welcome to the Surreal Faith channel. It's been a while, guys. This is our welcome back episode. Yeah, we've been gone. Welcome back /9 years. Today is our anniversary. It's been 9 years since we've been married. Yeah, you sure? You said I do, right? I'm just checking.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so we just want to get into a few questions, few topics. We pray that you're blessed by it, and any other questions or topics that y'all want us to hit on, please message us, inbox us, DM us, leave a comment on Facebook, leave a comment on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. All right, go ahead. You want to kick us off?
The first question is, how did we meet?
How did we?
We know you're gonna say the school bus.
You go ahead. You take the lead on it. I want to hear your version of how we met.
We met in high school.
High school. What was the high school?
Meadowbrook High
It
School.
was Meadowbrook High School. Like almost in walking distance.
Yes, we met in high school. I don't know which grade though. I want to say
It was 11.
11th grade.
You didn't come
Yeah,
to.
that's right.
You was from WIF. You was at WIF.
Don't put that out there.
Don't do George WIF like that. They gonna rebuild that school.
Okay, so we're on the same page about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we met at Meadowbrook High School.
Yes.
But how did we meet? Like, you don't remember the story? So she likes.
You talking about the school bus? What you going?
So she likes to downplay it. So when we first met was, she was riding, but she was new. I had been at Meadowbrook for a little bit, and she came up to me like, you know where our school bus is at? And I'm like, in the same spot it always is, because in Meadowbrook there's a system, there's numbers, like every bus has a slot, and your bus is in the same slot every day. But somehow that day,
bus number.
no.
Yes,
She was like,
was.
where our bus is? I was like, in the same spot as always is. She looked at me with the scrunched up face, and she gave me the bird.
No, I didn't.
She said, you gonna lie to
Why
people? You on camera. This is like first 48. You gonna lie?
I know.
Hey, you lied. She gave me the middle finger. From that day, I sat beside her on the bus
To irritate me every day.
No, because I knew she was like low key feeling me.
That was not.
yes, you were. Yes, you were.
Oh
She gave me the digits pretty easy.
No, I didn't.
Lies. All right. Question number 2.
Okay.
Who said I love you first?
I
don't remember either. This is one of our questions, but I'm assuming it was you.
What?
Females emotional. She
I'm
said, "I love you
done.
first." I don't know.
I don't remember. So long ago.
It was so long ago. So even though we've been married 9 years, so we got married in 2012, July 7th, 2012. It was like the hottest day on planet Earth.
It was nice.
It was, it was a nice, we had an outside wedding because, wifey wants it outside, and I was sweat drops
Everybody
of blood.
was sweating.
Everybody was sweating. We barely made it. Yeah. So it was 9 years ago, but when we first met, it probably was about 15 years ago. Right?
Yeah.
So we met in high school. This is 11th grade. you know, she's kind of older. I'm about.
I'm not kind of older.
Well, you are older.
I'm not that much older.
Yes, but you.
We're not gonna get into that.
You don't want to get into that?
Okay.
All right, she's 32. I'm 31. What? I'm in the doghouse already. But when we met, we was probably like 16, 17. So yeah. It's been about 15 years ago. How are we celebrating?
You skipped the question. You can't read. It says, when did you know your spouse was the one? See, I told you that number one was gonna get you.
Oh. Alright, yeah. When did you know I was the one? You don't know? Huh?
I don't. You go first.
I'll go first. When did I know she was the one? It was kind of like when you young and you dating, like so we got married very young. A lot of people are waiting until like just now to get married. Mm-hmm. I look back and I'm so happy that we got married young because it's like we had a chance to build something. Yeah. But it was at that point, it's like, man, can I see myself building with this person? And I could see myself building a life, building a family. And that's when I was like, you know what? I'm nervous, I'm scared, but I'm gonna just make this leap because I think we got something that we can build upon.
And when was that?
That was
right.
Probably when I was about 20.
Yeah.
About 20. Yeah, about 20 years old. You know, that was a while ago. About 11 years ago.
Started seriously dating.
Yes. So you know, like dating in high school. That's I mean, put it like this. We probably went through, I want to say we went through 5 different versions of ourselves. Like, people you see now, 31, 32, is like not like the 15, 16-year-old version of me. It was very different. The 18, 19-year-old version of me was very different. The 21 through 23 version of me was very different. 26 through about 29, very different. And, you know, the version of me now is like kind of a culmination of all those things, but it's still very different. So it's like, even though it seems like, man, you've been with one person so long, you've been with one person that's changed probably like 6, 7 different times.
You're constantly changing, you're constantly growing, perfecting yourself, getting better. Okay, now.
Okay. How are we celebrating 9 years? Yeah, today we're not doing much. Well, we got some massages lined up.
Yeah.
Probably do a dinner, you know, do a nice dinner. We ain't talking about no Applebee's at that. Yeah. We don't. Probably do like a Fleming's dinner, some nice steak, something like that.
Nice dinner.
But we are going to.
You want to tell people where we're going?
Yeah, we're going to Cancun.
I'm going to Cancun.
Going to Cancun this month, so you know that's a nice trip for us to celebrate our 9 years. No kids. That's why they ain't going. Every time they do something bad, you know, every time they poop through a doctor, that's why you ain't going. Every time I don't want to get up and go to camp, that's why you're not going. That's why you're not going on our trip. Yep.
Yep, we're just relaxing and planning for our trip.
Yep. Trying to lose the last few pounds. Bring on our summer bodies.
So, what was your happiest and lowest moment in the last 9 years?
Go ahead.
I got the flow on. Mm-hmm. Definitely would say the happiest is our children. Being born healthy, having a safe delivery.
That's almost biblical. The husband's heart is towards the wife, and the wife's heart is towards the husband and kids. Go ahead. What was the lowest?
We had some stuff going on. We had
some struggles.
That's within the last year. 9 years.
9 years. We had some valleys.
Yeah, I would say when I probably was in school and we had a lot of adjusting to do when we moved down to Newport News. That was a big move.
Yeah. Wasn't a lot of support.
Yeah, didn't have a lot of support.
Mm-hmm.
Working, going to school, commuting. That was. Don't say that.
But it was a lot of driving. So happiest moment for me. I love my kids. Don't get it twisted.
That's not his happiest moment.
I feel like that's bad though. That's not your happiest.
It's not your. What's your happiest? I'm curious.
I have to say, when we closed on this house, the current house we in.
How you gonna pick something this year?
What? It was. You remember the struggle we went through before we got here? So even the last video we did, we wasn't even in our own home. We was living with family. So yeah, sometimes you got to go down to come up. And I really appreciated the journey we went to get even in this home. We went through that period alone was struggles. Then right beforehand, we was ready to close on a home, and that didn't happen. So when this home came along, it was just like, it was pretty much God's plan, because it was like, we waited out, and we just after a while you begin to think, maybe this ain't gonna happen, and then God just.
We didn't have really issues with this house.
Everything went pretty smooth. Lowest moment. Lowest moment. I mean, we had some low moments. So I picked something from this year. Let's go back to the first year, because the first year is always the rough. This is before kids. You would think everything is smooth. Everything is pretty smooth before kids. All right, in our first year, our communication was so off. I mean, this was probably like the lowest. But everything after that, been through some ups and downs. But this is when, in your first year, we were 21, 22, we're thinking like, did we even make the right decision?
Right.
She all in counseling with her arms folded, like, I don't know about this faster. No, but our communication, I remember there was just sometimes where we were just on different pages. And we didn't really know how to, I want to say self-counsel. Like, I would say counseling is like going to the ER room. Like you really need to go when you know you have issues.
Yeah.
But you need to get your relationship to a point where you can sit down and have a good dinner and have a good conversation, and that'd be like your patient first type. Yeah. And it might solve your problems. It might not get rid of your major issues, but you can learn how to control some of your own issues by just sitting down and actively communicating.
Talking it out. Yeah. Last question. What advice would you give to couples dating and like communication.
Yeah, learn how to communicate.
Definitely learn how to communicate.
Learn how to do it real quick.
Right, especially when you're dating. Yeah, couples are dating. Definitely work on yourself before you commit to being married. Work on your own problems. Get yourself together before you combine and become one with someone else. Yeah, definitely see that's like a big major thing, because a lot of people rush.
Say seek counseling. I know it's not sometimes a glamorous thing, but even if you only do it for one season, you should be able to pick up different tools and different communication ideas that you can use later on, and it will help you. So whether it's before marriage, during marriage, the early part of marriage, later part of marriage, I think counseling is just beneficial. It will help you through some tough times when you don't know what to say, or you don't know how to maybe zip it. So, I think that's some great advice for any newly married couples or any couples dating, thinking about being married. Still a great time to get married.
Date night, always. Date night.
Yes.
Spend time
kids. God bless them, but tip your daycare provider.
Yes, date night is important. Always spending time with each other, finding time for each other. Prayer.
Yeah, no. You gotta keep God in the midst of everything that you're doing. You give God praise when things are going good. You give God praise when things are going bad. It really makes you appreciate the low moments because it's like one of the things that we noticed, no matter how low or how rough things were getting, we still had our relationship with God and we had our relationship with each other. So.
And we're still laughing and smiling through it. We can do the rough times.
Yep, you learn to roll with the punches. So it's like, hey, you not just my wife, you my struggle buddy. we go through struggles together. I'm not just alone going through the struggles.
Right.
I have somebody that's rocking me to the wheels fall off. We're gonna try to come to you guys more frequently. I know it's been a year plus, but
has it been a year?
Yes. And last time we got a lot of updating to do. Last time we did a video, we didn't even have Solomon. We have a new addition to our family, Solomon. Yeah. So
he's a wild one.
yes, he
Very
is.
wild.
Just the first one is wild.
You think Solomon's wilder?
You say you had to deal with David in a while.
Solomon's definitely wilder.
Yeah. But we thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll be back to you with more content. Take this moment to like, comment, or subscribe. We're interested in hearing any topics that y'all want to talk about, and we'll get on them.
Sure will. Till next time.